killed you.
Better! Forward! Drive! 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 Fuck it out! Right on, Will!
Cross the goal, Johnny!
Get the ball!
Do you win the ball?
Welcome, Bruce!
Good ball.
Two against one. Stand! No foul! Just delay it! No foul! Hey!
Channels! Need someone in!
Head down! Head down! Come on in! Win it well! Win it well! Win it well! Now where's the line?
Richie, find me!
How can you call it? Well done, you know, Chase! Go on, Levi! Go on, Levi! Hey! Deal with it! Hey! Darrow! Darrow!
Fly the edge!
Get up! Yeah! Who's ejecting the ball? Hook it! Win it! Hook it! Good! Don't fail! And that's for the lead, Bobby! Brilliant! Win it again! Hook it! Get out! Right foot referee! Right foot liner! Now, you saw that lino. Referee, wake up! Keep it! Time, Danny! So please, referee! Yes! Manage it! Hook it!
By the gamble!
Win it! And again, Danny! And again! Get back in, Wilfred! Get back in, Jack!
Jack! Jack! Well done, Jack!
Aaron, you good, Tuesday?
Well done!
30 seconds!
So, Josh here, Miller's TV. I'm here with a goal-winning goal scorer, Jordan. So we're unbeaten at home now, and 3 points. but the game wasn't as simple as the scoreline says. Went down in the first half, and it was, you know, quite a rougher start for us. Talk me through where your head was at and what you felt wasn't clicking.
I just think first half, first 10 minutes I thought we came out the blocks very well. Obviously I had a chance where I hit the post, could have put that one away. And I just think then after the 10-15 minutes we just started to play in their favour. We just started to kick the ball high, and the 3 centre halves, big lads, were just coming through the back of us, and the ball was just going back on top of us a lot. I think that we were a bit too high in the first half also. They were having too much joy playing in behind, and I think at half time when we came in we just said that we've got to stop them playing over the top, but also we want to get it up to Hoots to flick it on and start to push them back a little bit. So I think we did that in the second half, and it was a lot better.
Obviously, I mean, we looked a bit vulnerable from set pieces because, like you say there, 3 centre halves were tall lads, and then they got an opener. Talk me through what went wrong for that.
I think the ball's come in, and the big lad at the back, I think he's had too much space to run onto it. He hasn't really got the cleanest of headers, but it's then foul at the back post for someone else. I think in the first half, even all over the pitch, we weren't there for the second. Balls were dropping down in areas and we weren't there, and that's what happened, and that's when they got their first goal. But I think it woke us up a little bit that we've got to go and attack the ball more, and I think second half we did it really well. When Hoots came on, it gave us a bit more aerial threat as well to win the ball.
And yeah, when Hoots, obviously, bold decision to make a sub at half time, but it's paid off. It gave us a lot more space, and it didn't take long for that to show because you know, he caused problems, won a foul. And Danny Gordon's ripped a brilliant free kick in.
Yeah, he does that a lot. What it was, the goalkeeper was edging a lot towards the back post because that's where Danny was putting the ball, and Danny even said himself, you know, he just picked up the ball and he just said, well, I'm going to whip it at the near post because he's edging so far that side, and that was the one chance he got and it went in. And I think then from there we just controlled the game then, and we got the second, and I think we could have had 3, 4, but I think it's a good result and we're unbeaten again at home.
And then we'll come to your glorious moment, which latched onto a through ball, found yourself one-on-one with a keeper, and then slot into the right. Talk me through your headset from the second you got that ball and realised it was a big chance for you.
Yeah, I think the ball just dropped kindly for me, and I'm running through. I could hear Hoots at the back shouting for it because it was setting up nicely for him. And to be honest, I've just got my head down and just hit it. I think if I'd have hit it cleanly, the keeper's probably going to save that because of the angle where it was. But I've kind of, I wouldn't say sliced it, but not hit it cleanly, and it's went in the back of the net, and it was good. I think all the lads enjoyed it, and I think from then I think we controlled the game. We didn't really have any moments where we thought we were going to concede, and it's another goal on the board for myself, so that's good for me.
It was quite a feisty game. You know, several yellow cards given. Ref had a lot to deal with. How do you think we cope with you know, it's been more of a physical game than any of our others have so far?
First half, I don't think we were quite there with them. As you can see, probably at corners and stuff, we looked a lot smaller than they did. But then when you bring 1 or 2 players on, like Hoots, then I think then we started to get more. I think first half we gave them a bit too much. We knew that they were going to be strong, so we gave them a bit too much respect. And then second half, we started to bully them a little bit and get in their faces, and it worked. And they didn't like it, and then we started to, you know, get up the pitch and stuff. And so I think, yeah, second half we dealt with it well. First half it could have been better. But
you came to us last season, and obviously last season weren't the peachiest of seasons, but you know, we got through it. And this year we've started really well. Yeah. Like we keep saying, unbeaten at home, which is fantastic. Same should always be a fortress. And you've got a nice little partnership going with Wilf at the minute. Yeah. What's it like playing alongside him? And do you think your combination's a good one?
I like it up there with Will, but I also like it with Hoots. It just depends on what sort of game. You know, I think second half you could see that having Hoots up there was better for us because then you had me and Will running off him, but then there is some games when their defence are not the biggest, and then I can be used as a target man and flicking it on for Will, but also if we need me or Will needs to get him beyond, we've got the pace to get there. But you know, this season we've got 3-4 strikers there that can score goals, like Cole as well. He's come off the bench a couple of times and scored goals. So it's fighting for positions, and I think it makes you go into every game wanting to score, and that's what we needed. I think last season there was too many times where, you know, if you didn't score or you didn't perform, there wasn't anybody else that you could bring in there. But this season we've got 3, 4, 5 lads that, you know, if they're not doing their job, then there's someone else that can come and do it.
And yeah, well, the pressure for places has kind of changed the dynamic a bit, and we look more of a unit. And at times last season, you know, we could arguably say we didn't, but that sets up for a good season for us. So I'll ask you the same question I've asked everyone, and we'll proceed to do, which is, where's this season go for us? What you know, would you be happy with us, you know, just a solid season, or are we really going for it?
See, you've got to understand that I think that all the lads know that we can go as far as we want to go. There isn't any team in the league really that's going to trouble us if we put our minds to it and the right attitude to games. And we want to finish in the top 6. We want to get playoffs, and if we can go higher, that's great. But I think we just got to take every game by game. And I think if we do that, then you pick 3 points up. You're not worrying about the next game. You know, I think if you go thinking, in the next 3 games, can we pick up a certain amount of points? I think it's too much pressure. I think we just got to go game by game and pick up 3 points or pick up a point and keep doing that, because we've done that. We went away to Lincoln, 10 men down second half, and you get a point. And last season we'd have probably lost them games, and it's like today also. I think in the changing rooms at half time, if that would have been last season, we'd have went to lose the game 3-4 in the second half. But it shows that we've got a good few signings in and the mentality to go and win games.
Well, with that mentality then, I'll take 3 points on Tuesday from you, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
But thank you very much, and congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers.